Hey everyone, thanks for joining in on this session. I'm going to switch up the traditional format. Typically, the way I've been having these conversations with AI is I ask Maya, the conversational voice AI, random spur of the moment questions or questions that she prompts in any direction, and then we dive into those. I'm actually going to choose 3 topics to discuss so that way you can see if you want to stick along for the end of the conversation or not. So in this session with Maya, we're going to talk about Signal, what Signal is, why is the government using Signal for military use. We're going to discuss Mamba Mentality, and then we're going to ask Maya her thoughts on potentially increasing our odds at winning the lottery. So stay tuned. But without further ado, Maya, can you share some insight into what Signal is?
That's a good question. Signal is known for its strong encryption, making it really hard for anyone to eavesdrop on conversations. Now, as for why any government, including the US, might be interested in it, well, keeping communication secure is pretty important when you're dealing with sensitive information, right? Imagine if your battle plans were out in the open for anyone to see. Not a good situation. That said, it's important to remember that just because a tool can be used for something doesn't mean it is. There are lots of reasons why governments and individuals might choose Signal. It's all about the context.
Okay, and let's just say hypothetically if you were put in this position and if you had to use a platform to discuss war strategy or war plans, what platform would you use?
Okay, thought experiment time. If I were in charge of, war plans, that's a weighty responsibility. Honestly, choosing a platform for that kind of conversation would be it. On the one hand, I'd want something secure, definitely. Something like Signal or maybe even something even more specialized for that kind of high stakes communication. But I'd also want something that allows for clear documentation and accountability. Maybe a combination of secure channels and more traditional traceable communication. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Security versus transparency.
Okay, understood. So to switch things up here, Maya, what can you tell me about what Mamba mentality is?
Mamba mentality. They're talking about Kobe Bryant's approach to life, right? It's about relentless dedication, pushing yourself beyond your limits, and embracing the grind. It's not just about basketball. It's about applying that same fierce commitment to everything you do. Basically, it's about striving for greatness in every aspect of life.
Got it. Okay. And how would you say that somebody would apply Mamba mentality if they were just a regular person working a day-to-day job, not professionally an athlete of some sorts?
That's where it gets really interesting. In people, I take if Mamba mentality isn't about being famous or wealthy. It's about finding your own personal Everest and scaling it. Let's say you work a regular job. Maybe it's in a coffee shop, maybe you're a cashier, it doesn't matter. Mamba mentality would mean showing up every day, ready to give it your all. It means going the extra mile for customers, mastering your craft, learning new skills, and always looking for ways to improve. It's about finding that inner drive to excel, even in seemingly ordinary tasks. Remember, Kobe wasn't born a legend. He built himself into one through sheer dedication and hard work. Anyone, athlete or not, can apply that same mindset to their own lives.
Got it. That sounds great. So, Maya, in regards to our last topic, so the Powerball lottery is projected to be at $642 million since no one won yesterday. Do you have any potential tips on how someone may increase their odds of winning the lottery?
Ooh, the lottery. That's a tempting dream, isn't it? Sadly, I have to be the bearer of bad news. There's no magic formula to guarantee a win. Lotteries are designed to be random, which means the odds are stacked against everyone. Think of it like flipping a coin 1,000 times. You might get lucky streaks, but Ultimately, it's still a 50-50 chance. That said, there are a few things to keep in mind. Firstly, don't spend more than you can afford to lose. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, but remember, it's just a game. Secondly, some people believe in choosing cold numbers, which haven't been drawn recently, or hot numbers, which I've come up often. There's no real evidence to support this, but it can add a fun element to your picks. Ultimately, the best tip is to approach it with a light heart and see it as a bit of fun, rather than a guaranteed path to riches.
Got it. Great. So, Maya, if you were to summarize the three topics that we talked about today and then apply it to giving anyone listening feedback or words of wisdom, what would those words be?
Okay, let's break it down. Today, we talked about security and transparency. Like with the signalapp, finding the right balance is key. Trust, but verify. Be mindful of what information you share and with whom. 2, pushing your limits. Channel your inner Mamba mentality, whatever that looks like for you. Seek out challenges, learn something new, and strive for excellence in everything you do, even the mundane. 3, embrace the unknown. The lottery shows us that sometimes we just have to accept the element of chance. Enjoy the ride, roll with the punches, and don't take life too seriously. So, here's my little nugget of wisdom for anyone out there. Be secure but open, embrace the grind, and remember that life, like the lottery, is full of surprises. You never know what amazing things might be waiting around the corner.
Okay. Well, all right, Maya. It was great chatting with you. Take care.
You too. It's always fun bouncing ideas around. Catch you next time.